around 1:45, we received a dispatch for a ship fire. We arrive here on scene and actually find an oil platform that they've pulled in from offshore, and they're scrapping it. They're cutting it apart for scrap metal, and it appears that a fire started in one of the compartments of the ship. We believe it may be an engine compartment, but we still have yet to be able to go in and actually conduct an investigation on where it started. So.
And no injuries at this time?
No injuries reported right now. We do have crews that are on top of the platform. As you can see, it's elevated above the ground, so our firefighters are having to make access to the top of that platform, and they're applying water right now and also a foam extinguishing agent to try to get it under control.
Also, explain to me again, what is this, like, I know it's a shipyard, oil rig, I'm still trying to make sense of.
Yeah, so generally this is one of those platforms. They described to me it's a semi-submersible, so you see them offshore, and some component of it's submersed and has flotation devices on it to keep it not all the way afloat, but above the water line, and it performing some type of operation, whether or not that's oil drilling or natural gas, or whatever the case may be.
Awesome. And would you say that fires maintain it's under control?
Yeah, I think right now, we're still trying to get control of it and knock it out, but they don't feel it poses any threat to any exposures right now. So the main thing we're looking at right now is just trying to extinguish this fire, but also making sure that our crews are safe up there performing their work.
Awesome. And is this Ostal Shipyard? Is this what it's called? Because I'm still trying to figure out what the name of this location is.
I'd have to look that up. Honestly, I do not know which business this is. It's on Dunlap Drive, but I do not know which facility it is when I pulled into it earlier.
Okay, gotcha. Trying to think. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Sounds like something up there went off and started a fire. Now y'all are here.
Yeah, they believe that when they were cutting on something inside of one of those rooms to scrap that metal, that it ignited something. Could have been old fuel, could have been some gasoline, some diesel. We just don't know yet until we put the fire out and are able to access that compartment and see what initially started it.
Gotcha. So from what I understand, it's a scrap yard. Somebody up there could have been trying to scrap some metal.
That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the next thing could have been gasoline, oil, something flammable, and then.
Yeah. During that process of scrapping it, obviously they're having to cut metal, and when they're cutting that metal, it creates sparks. And a lot of times those sparks are going to ignite anything that's flammable. So in an oil rig, there's likely some remnants of some oil. Whether or not that's from machinery or actually what they're, exploring or pulling out of the ground. So likely it's just some residue that's left over, but then it's subsequently likely caught some other things on fire inside that compartment. So we'll get to the bottom of it after we complete the investigation.
Awesome. And what does submersible mean?
Semi-submersible?
Yeah.
So under the water slightly.
Oh, gotcha. I know that. I never heard that word before.
Yeah.
So I think that's all I need to know. Arnell, you?
So how difficult is it for your crew by this thing being on water and it's so much flammable stuff dealing with this?
Yeah, it can be challenging just because of the distance away from some of the hydrants and the fact that we're having to engage in some fire suppression operations that require the use of our aerial devices. They train for this, so I'm confident in their ability. We have excellent firefighters, but it does pose challenges of access. I mean, you can see the platform is probably several hundred feet above the ground, so any equipment that we're using on top of that platform has to be taken up there with them. So we've got to tote all that equipment up to the scene. So they're actually allowing us, and we're coordinating with them to use their crane that's got a basket to be able to move some of our material up to that platform so that we can engage in those fire suppression activities.